Hello there, and welcome to another theHunter Classic gameplay video. My name is Wimp, and in this video I'm once again going to be tackling my backlog of randomly generated missions. Now, if this is the first video you've seen of mine where I talk about randomly generated missions, I have linked on the end screen the video where I demonstrate how I randomly generated missions using a whole bunch of wheels of names. So I have a backlog, as I said, of randomly generated missions that I made when I first came up with the wheels of names, and here are the ones I have left. Now, some of these are going to be a problem. And if I give you a second to read them, you'll probably be able to tell which ones are going to be a problem. So, I have one that is almost completely down to luck, and that's this one, because it requires harvesting one over a certain score. And if this isn't the first video of mine you've seen where I have to kill something over a certain score, you'll know that that can quite often take me weeks to do because of how shit my luck can be. So what I'm actually going to do is do that one last. Let's pop it down there. Even if I don't get it done in this video, that'll still be the last one I do. Then there are another two that are going to be, well, yeah, I'll cover this now. This one is going to be so difficult that it's going to be effectively impossible. So Coyote bitch, by the way, female, that means female in dogs, okay? So a Coyote bitch on White Hart Island, 100% harvest value from a stand and from at least 150 meters. So, I mean, to get a coyote to where you can see it from 150 meters away is going to be difficult. To then shoot it from a stand, so obviously I'm going to have to set up a tent. Wait, yeah, I'll have to inspect the spawn map, but what I'm gonna have to do is go somewhere. And I've got a couple of ideas, either the lake or along the coast somewhere. Call until, well, maybe stand there until I hear a coyote, then call, then fast travel to a tent where I've already set up a stand, and hope it all goes well from there. The next one I actually think is going to be actually impossible, not just effectively impossible because it's so difficult. I think this one is going to be actually impossible. See, the problem with this is iron sights from 175 meters on an animal that you cannot lure anywhere. So the problem with that is that when you're in iron sights, with my mouse on the lowest setting, if I move it the smallest amount, that still might be quite a lot downrange, especially at something 175 meters away. I mean, it's probably going to be like if I'm aiming slightly behind the Ibex and then I move the mouse the smallest amount on the lowest setting, it's probably going to move the iron sights to in front of the Ibex. That's because the game, I don't know whether it's a result of the age or not, but the game is very, how can I put it? So when you're aiming down sights, it's not, when you move the mouse, it seems to be analog and not digital, if that makes any sense. It's not continuous. There is no, I'm going to move my crosshairs to the left 0.001%. You know, you move it 1% or nothing. And if the Ibex is within that 1%, you're buggered. Now, the first one I'm going to do is a brown bear on Val-des-Bois, 100% harvest value without using a stand. Well, that's not going to be an issue because I'm not bringing one. Now, obviously, the Alpine Ibex are also on Val-des-Bois. So, I might as well move that up and try it next. Yeah, I might as well. I actually think I'm going to yeah, I think actually I'm going to move the Coyote down as well. So that's the order I'm going to attempt these. Right. Now, my plan then. So, clothing. Actually, I'll start with the equipment since it was already on the screen. I'm bringing the 4570 for the bear because it needs to be 100% harvest value. A snake bite for anything else, and a crossbow pistol for any wabbits or ptarmigans or woodgrouse that I might come across. I'm bringing lures that I might need to bring any of those over. Clothing wise, I am in a mix of summer field and summer forest, other than what I've taken off my head and my face, which I'm going to put back on now. That one? Yeah. And my glasses. So, I do have some bear barrels on this reserve. Well, one. I have a bear barrel. It's not full. I'm not planning to use it. Because, I mean, it's just essentially one kill. Because... I mean, it doesn't need to be of a certain score, it doesn't need to be of a certain gender, or with a certain organs hit. So, luckily, it should be, if not the first bear I come across, then at least the first 2 or 3. My plan is to fast travel up to this lodge, Chateau du Mont Bleu, and then I'm going to stay in this sort of area-ish. Plan. Righto then, so let's load up, and I'll with my 1 bullet I am bringing a nether box just there, and I will see you when I come across a brown bear. Let's fast travel first. Okay, off we go. A brown bear track. As you can see from the track on the Hunter Mate, I am very close. I've just behind me, the very last track before this one was a bedding track, so she had been asleep. I was worried that I had spooked her, not knowing, because the sleeping track was the 3rd track, so I hadn't travelled very far from the first track before I found the sleeping one, and I had been stood up, so I was a bit worried. As you can also hear, there is a Rodo, not very far away at all, trying to get in the way. There is the next track, not the bear. I haven't actually seen it yet, so it's still possible I have made it flee. Oh yeah, these footprints look quite far apart. Fleeing. There is those cliffs nearby that it might get stuck upon. Well, I found her. Not sure how I'm going to get 100% harvest value from this angle though. I really don't know. I might wait and see if she turns. Oh. She could just stop wiggling. There we go. There-ish. Good night, princess. Stand up, please. Thank you. Rightio then. Oh! I wanted to say about the Wheels of Names. So in a previous video, in fact it was the one where the Wheels of Names, the randomly generated mission, had me shooting geese from a tree stand. And I was talking about how it told me to do it from a stand, and I was saying about how I, considered tree stands to be stands, but grind blinds aren't. I had forgotten at that point that I actually have a Wheel of Names that picks the type of stand, including ground blinds. I just wanted to say that. So an 18.7 female for 26 gems is a little bit meh, but I didn't look at the harvest value. But I mean, she died immediately, so I can't imagine that was less than 100%. So let's pause this. I don't know whether to start a new hunt for the Ibex. Ibex Iron Sights 175. No, I'm going to leave that paused. Right. What's the biggest caliber I can shoot the Ibex with? The 300. Yeah, I'm going to start a new hunt, equip the 300 instead of the 4570 that I've got now. And I will try for 175. I don't think it's really going to work, but I will try. I think if it's evident it's impossible, I will re-roll a distance. I think that's going to be the best bet yet. Right then, so I'll see you in the next hunt. Right, I found an Ibex, but it's a little bit far away. And this is the second hunt I've come here, and this is the first goat I've found. And she's not even part of the herd. Right, so I'm going to wait for it to get a bit closer, I think. Although, I mean, around about there I want it to get, assuming she continues on that trajectory. So it looks like I'm going to be here a while. Let's just see. I mean, I can just about see her at this range. Yeah, I don't think I want to risk it. I mean, I would have liked one around about there, really, but, you know. What can you do? I'm quite surprised, actually, at how few Ibex there are here, because there's normally loads. There's normally either a herd up on this mountain, or around there, or where she is, there-ish, or they're down here. Of course, there are ptarmigans flapping about. There they are. Shit, where'd the female goat go? Is that it there? Yes, it is. Okay, so other than being in the ground, it looks like she's heading the right way. So yeah, I'll bring you back when she gets closer. She's gotten a bit closer, and it hasn't even been that long. A minute, maybe? So she stops to feed, but she only feeds for 10 seconds or so, 12, 15 at the most. I think this is the longest she's stopped for. There we go. So I'm going to wait for her to get about there, I think. I think that might have been slightly too high. Damn it. You can stop running now, you're out of danger, wink wink. No, now I can't see her at all. Okay, to the left of that rock is a couple of sets of rocks, and she's at the slightly higher one. That's what we're looking for. There. So she was there. Okay. So I'm going to move forward and keep throwing shots at her. Of course, I'm now going to need to do it prone, but, you know. It's moan time with Wimp. Nvidia can go fuck itself. So I went after that female Ibex, and I either found her with another one, maybe the shots had grouped them together, or I just happened to come across another pair. I pressed record to say, oh look, I found either her or another one, and nothing happened. Pressed it again, just thinking I, hadn't pressed it quite as hard as I should have, or maybe my finger was slightly off the button, but nope, nothing. So there was a previous video where ShadowPlay wouldn't record because there was a new graphics driver waiting to be downloaded and installed, and until I had done that I couldn't record. The thing is, I'd learnt from that mistake, and I had checked the GeForce experience before I started recording, like I did the last week and the week before. And it didn't tell me there was a new driver before I started recording. So that was what it was. Now, because there was two Ibex in front of me, I didn't want to lose them, so I just paused the game and installed the driver. And that, of course, crashed my PC, and I've had to reboot. Yeah, thanks Nvidia. Right, I'm back in the same spot. There doesn't seem to be anything over the same area as that doe was, but I am picking up the sounds of a buck over there. You can just actually see the rings dissipating on its last, I don't want to say call, because it sounds like they're knocking loose rocks down. But it seems like he's in amongst the trees. Or if he is up on the side of this cliff, he's behind the trees and I haven't seen him yet. Ah. It's quite a long way away though. Again. Ooh. Just saw something there. I'm just gonna... I know it's not 175, but it's proving problematic. So she was about there and she would have run that way. Alright. Either I find her dead or I try and get another shot on her. I will keep trying for 175, but to be honest, luck is kicking my ass tonight, as the man said. If it wasn't for bad luck. So yeah, I'm not gonna beat myself up over not doing it at the range I'm supposed to be doing it. Alright, I'll see you when something else happens. Okay, I found the female I just fired at. I didn't hit her. Now, I don't know if I want to give myself a break enough and say that that's going to be fine. I've been looking for the other one as well, the one that was over here, but I haven't seen it yet. But with this doe here walking around there, if I am going to get 175 meters, the other one is going to be the better chance, because I mean even that isn't even the right distance away, but she would have fled over there somewhere. I'm going to say 100 meters is fine, although she's not going to stop to eat now, is she? Not side on like she was. I don't think she's going to carry on walking away. She seems like she's rambling around in, you know, circles. Yes. Oh, for Pete's sake. And now she's back under 100 meters again. Is that another one? No. Wonder if I can work my way down there somewhere and try and get a longer shot on her. Give it a go. Maybe if I go over there, actually, on the higher ground, I'll be able to get a decent shot on her. Yeah, I'm gonna head up there somewhere. Yeah, I had a funny feeling this would happen, so I've repositioned to try and get a longer shot on her, and now I can't see her at all. So the red dot I pinged on her is 107 meters away, which means that she's behind this bit of land here sticking up, or at least she was. That's where I last saw her. Well, look who I found. Okay, so I might be able to get this, unless it moves. Unless she moves, I might be able to get it to 75 meters, maybe. From up there, possibly. Let's give it a go. So, the thing is, at 175 meters, the bullet will drop. I'll need to take that into account, but I just don't know by how much, especially with iron sights. So I know if you're looking through a high-powered scope, it might drop by a millimeter or two. But then I aimed high on the first one and it didn't hit. So yeah, I really don't know. Okay, what we're looking at now. She's actually moving closer. Do you know what this will do? Like I said, it's my mission, and and assuming she doesn't go up too high, I should be able to collect her. Come on, you were standing still just now. I need you to stand still again, please. Thank you. Whee! That cheered me up a little bit. I mean, it wasn't the 175 meters, but fuck it. Like I've said in another video, these are my missions, and if I want to count it as complete, I will. Alright, let's pick up some tracks on the way over. We'll see what the actual distance actually was. Okay, here she is. So, what I think I might do is start another hunt, come up here and see, just in case I can get a 175 meter shot on one. But I'm only gonna, you know. Okay, so that was high. 122 is meh. 164.5. It's not too bad, iron sights. But I'll give it one more try just to see if I can get 175 meters. Right. See you on the next hunt. Just had the rocks fall of a female. A good distance away. As in about the right distance away. I keep meaning to turn this tripod stand around, but I never come here with enough space in my backpack to actually do it. Because it always points me the wrong way. Okay, let's see. So it was about 200 meters away over there. Oh, there's one closer as well, and actually it was further to the right. Am I blind? I'm gonna guess it's the other side of this little lump, maybe. I hope it is, you know, not visible, and it's not just that I can't see it and you're all sat here screaming at your screen. Right, where did the close one go? Oh, there's 2, 3. See, this is more like it. This is what this area is normally like. Or at least this is closer to how this area normally is. I mean, I know the last hunt had 3, but they were all spread out. Ah, is that it? Or is that just more rocks? Oh yeah, I saw. Oh yeah, is it? Cool. Right, distance. Oh, I saw like 4 bears that turned out to just be boulders. Okay. Okay, I can see it running away. It would have been nice, Moan, if it wasn't raining again and I would have been able to see it a little bit better, but I'm going to try and move forward and... Oh, maybe... Pete's sake. The ones that were here, maybe they've run that-ish way, but they've... Because they were closer to the shot, they fled the same distance and they're still closer to me. Oh yeah, yeah. .247. Yeah, okay. Nope, I was going the right way. Okay. So I'm going to keep the red dot on the one I just shot at. Because you never know, she might fall down dead. But now that we've got a whole herd here, we might actually get other opportunities. No, that one's at 193. And because the rain has made everything grey, I'm finding it hard to see anything. So I can't see where the others are. Okay, there's a 196, as in distance. Although now I can't see it. I think the rain's stopping. I might actually be able to see them. I am going to move a bit closer, actually. Maybe that rock there. Oh, no, that might be a bit too close, actually. There. Okay, come on, son. Show me where it is. I can't see it now. There. I think that's it there. Yeah. Okay. So he's running up that mountain. I'm guessing the couple that were there are gone up there. I can hear them chirping round me. Oh, I'm gonna go up on that big lump there. There. That's a little bit too close, I think. Ah, there we go. That one that's stationary there is about the right distance. Oh, there, I think I see it. Don't move. Okay. Where's she gonna go? And is it gonna be 175 meters away? Oh, I better... It was 177, so it was about there-ish, I reckon. Why not? See, I don't get it. 165 meters, I fire high thinking the bullet will drop and it hits them in the spine. And then I fire slightly lower and it's not good enough. I'll go after that bowed one in a minute, by the way. So, there. There you are. Oh, I hit it. Oh, and that was the last round. Boop. Okay, there we go. That's a definite dead Ibex. Look how high that is. Hit it in the back of the neck. Well, okay. No, let's go after that one, because that's definitely going to be mission complete. Righto, I'll see you over at his corpse, or her corpse, their corpse. Hello? Oh. Yeah, look how high up that shot. I mean, it looked like I was going to shoot around here, but... yeah, I mean, rubbish, but still. 194.5 meters with iron sights. So if you're going to be trying anything like that yourself, I've just discovered, excuse me, while I yawn, I've just discovered that you have to aim ever so slightly lower than you would think at that range. I'm guessing that when you have a scope on the rifle, the angle of the scope makes up for that difference. I don't know how to describe it. So it's almost like you aim high when you've, even when you've got a scope on it, but the scope itself adjusts for that. I don't know, but yeah, aim slightly low, I would say. Oh, right. Next then. I can't remember what it was. I think it's Axis. Yeah, there you go. Axis deer with a 243. So not terribly difficult. Good. Yeah. Right, I'll see you over on Bushrangers Run then. Okay, Bushrangers Run then. I'm bringing the obviously the 243, but I'm bringing it in the carbon black one that you get for something. I think it was verifying your email, I think. Snakebite, of course, in case I need to take anything out quietly. Now, I can take foxes with the 243, so if I see a nice one, because again, they're one of my unicorn species, and I'm bringing the 30-06 that I purchased in another video. Actually, I've got enough space to bring a spare box of ammo for that. Oh, they're right there. Which I know are good for the hog, the goat, another unicorn species, and the roo. So if I come across a nice one, I can take it from a distance rather than having to rely on the bow. And I'm going to fast travel to this lodge, and I'm going to give the new tower a try. Yeah. Whee! Ooh! So, I would like a buck, but the mission doesn't specify a gender, so I think I'm going to do this one. Might as well. So I equipped all that stuff, and it looks like I'm not going to need it. So even when I get good luck, it's bad. No, I'm joking, but not really. Right. I'm going to do a call further along the road and use my ground blind, or at least to draw it in. I might get out and go prone to take the shot, but I will at least stand in there to watch it come in. So the 243, like everything else, is only at level 5, I think, or if it's higher it's not by much. It might be level 7 or something. So I'm not confident enough to take the shot from standing. Right. I let go a bit too early, really. No, 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 no. Wrong one, wrong one. Okay, back to the blind. So, the tower, I am planning to do a video where I go to that tower and just hunt from the tower for the video, just to see what it's like, because it was in a video that I moved the tower there, so I thought it would be nice to kind of give an update, as it were. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that I didn't manage to get to the tower before an access deer called. Right, I'll bring you back when one shows up there. The doe is in sight already. Do you know, is my record button connected to the game in any way? Because that's not the first time I've pressed record. So, in ShadowPlay, when you press record, up in the top right corner, you might be able to move that around, but for me it's in the top right corner. It tells me recording has started with the ShadowPlay icon, green box thing. Now, I found a long time ago that if I start speaking while that's there, it will sometimes cut off the beginning of my speech, of what the microphone picks up. So I always wait for that to go. Now, I don't know whether it's a ShadowPlay thing or a my computer thing or what, but there's also sometimes, and it doesn't matter which game I'm playing, sometimes when I'm recording, it will desynchronize my voice and the game sounds from the video. So I can, you know, take a shot in the game, as in fire a bullet at something, and the video recording will capture the sound like 2 or 3 seconds later, and then me talking about it. So every time I record, I wait for the little box in the top right to disappear, then I open the map because it makes a blip sound, and then I close the map, which makes another blip sound, and I can use those blip sounds to make sure that the sound is synchronized with the video. And then I count roughly 5 seconds before I actually start speaking, so that the cross transition between clips has a chance to do it without picking up any sounds. Now sometimes where's the dough gone? Sometimes I will mess that up, but most of the time I get it right. Now the thing is, this wasn't the first time that an animal started to speak just before I started to speak. Yeah, that was the whole point of that story. Story time with Wimp. Shall I ding the bell again? I'm not sure. It might scare the aminals away. I mean, speaking of which, I don't know where she went. I mean, she was there. There. So, I called on the road there, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to have to call from the ground blind then. Well, where are you then? This is a new doe. Okay, there's the first one. You were visible. Ah, there's your head. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit your head. Ah, here we go. More. Ah, there we go. Finally. Again. Finally, but again. So I guess the caller I originally made over there on the road ran out, I guess. They lost interest. Keep calling now just to make sure they come over. Right, once they come over that ridge, I'll see what it's like. Ah. Shit! See, I knew I should have got out and gone prone. I thought I'd try it, but just as I fired, it wobbled to the left and hit her in the leg. Right. Blood? Yes. Body? Yes. Follow? Yes. Oh, piss! Without towers or stands. God damn it, so it doesn't even count anyway. I mean, if I get a second shot on it, I will count that as success, but I have a funny feeling that normally she won't die from a shot to the leg, to the shoulder, but she's going to, just to be annoying, and I'm going to have to try and get the other one. Yeah, what a surprise. So the second one was nearby. She managed to see me through all these trees. And she fled again. But she fled towards the mountains. She may have gone through the gap. Ooh. Do I really want to spend a camping supply? Couldn't, even if I wanted to, because I forgot to pick them up. Where? Alright, I'll see you when I find another one. Okay, I found a couple of axis deer, and one of them is a buck. There they are. There. So I'm going to walk towards them. I had a look through the trees. I couldn't spend too much time because those axis deer are walking away. But I looked to see if there was anything in between us, and it didn't look like it. So I stood up and started walking. couldn't find that doe that I said had run away towards this gap here. I didn't find her tracks, so I'm guessing I thought she had run that way, but I'm guessing maybe she had been a slightly further north or something and had run that way or something. I don't know. Let's get a bit closer because it is only a 243 after all. Oh, and they're within 220, aren't they? So let's turn them around. Kangaroo on the left. So I think I'm going to walk forward a bit more, make another call, and then I'm going to turn 90 degrees to the right and try and get a broadside shot on them as they cross the train tracks. That's right, he's British, I see train tracks. The railroad. Okay, have you turned around and started coming yet? That's what she said. Yes, I just saw him do it. That's what she said. Okay. He fell over. That was a lovely somersault. 10 out of 10 there, mate. See that roo running around and round up over the rocks. I thought it was only the rabbit that ran round the rampant rabbit. No, that's a different thing. No, it isn't. Round the ragged rocks. No, yeah, it doesn't mention rabbit at all. No. It's definitely something else. Oh no, wait. No, fuck. I even messed that up. The something else is a rampant rabbit. Okay, anyway. Mission complete. 243. I thought it was a bit further forward than that, but never mind, whatever. Okay. Off to White Hart Island then. I'll talk about my plans more when I get there, because I haven't yet fully formulated them. Yeah. No, actually, I will talk about them now. Hang on. Right. White Hart Island. There. Okay. Yeah, of course it has to load the advert so it moves them around. Ah, look, there, look, Coyote. To the one side of that. Yeah, so that's my plan. Then. So my plan is get a tent and a... That's assuming, of course, that that might not even be the right distance. But I'm going to assume that I can get a 150 meter shot across this lake. I'm going to set up a tree stand with a tent next to it on one side. Go over to this side where there might be yotes nearby. Do some calls and stuff. And then when I know they're coming, I shall fast travel to the tent and hop up in the stand. Now I'm not going to use the decoy spinner, because if I remember right, when the coyotes get close to that thing, I'm pretty sure they, after a little while, they realise it's a trap and flee. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Is there a urine spray for them? I'll have to have a check. Right. Weapon. Because it's a 150 meter shot, so I want a fairly beefy caliber. Can you load the pictures, please? There you go. A 300? Ah, I can use my new 30-06. Alright, I'll do that. I'll bring the new 30-06 with me. Right, well then, I'll see you over on White Hart Island. Okay, a slight change of plan. Nope. That button. I'm going to bring the 9.3 x 62 Anschutz instead of the 30-06 Stutzen, because the Stutzen didn't have the range of scopes that I wanted. So 150 meters on a small target, I wanted a high magnification, and I think the highest magnification available on that Stutzen was the 2 to 10 times, so I swapped it out. And of course I made sure that I went with a high caliber that can be used. And snakebite again, of course. Lures, just in case I come across a rare. Now, I'm bringing the tent, I'll place that, then get the tree stand out. And I'm actually going to use the marker flag. So I'm going to obviously use the binoculars to see where 150 meters is from the other side. Oh yeah, this lake is easily big enough, I think. So I'm going to then use the flag to mark where I'm calling, so that when I then fast travel back to the tree stand, I know where to look when I get there. Aye. Right, so I'll set this stuff up, I'll head over there, and I'll bring you back when I find something. Or when something exciting happens, like a rare. I'm not too worried about that turkey, unless it's white or pink or something. Rightio, I'm all set up. There's the flag. This is where I will be trying to lure the coyotes to. You can just make out the tent over there, and the tree stand is there on that tree there, just there. So, wish me luck. Wander off into the forest now and see if we can pick up a call of a coyote, and then I'll bring them over here. Is the plan? Right, just on the hunter mate there, the rings are dissipating. That is a coyote bitch. So I just went and stood in the forest over here, just waited, and then I made a call with the predator caller, and then over on the shore over here called a buck. So I thought I'd come back to the ground blind to shoot it, and then yeah, ooh, coyote sounds. So here we go. Right then, that one. Ooh, another buck. That one's over there this time. So I did do a buck grunt call over there by the ground blind, but I mean, if it's something special, I will take it and, you know, screw the mission, because it's my mission. What's that? Some rocks in the water. See if we can see that first buck, actually. There he is. Oh, yeah. I'm not too bothered about that. Can we see that guy there? Alright, let's focus. White flag, there. I just hope she goes to the call now. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I should have hidden the ground blind and waited until I definitely saw her coming in and then fast travelled. Bagger. You're here already? Okay. Any good? Not terrible. Yes. There's a turkey on the right there as well. I hope I haven't messed this up by fast travelling without knowing that she was coming. Oh. Maybe yeah, she might have been out of render range when I fast travelled. Yeah, I think I may have mucked it up. Fast travelling too early. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I'm sort of hoping just moving closer will bring it back within render range and it'll come to the call that it was en route to before I fast travelled. So if I get to about 200 meters, I think, of where she had gone to the original call that I put out just to see if there was anything in the area. And then I don't know. I'm almost tempted just to walk all the way over there and just do another call and walk all the way back. Because I mean, I'm lucky enough to have had one in the, you know, in the area of the lake, let alone on the correct side in the correct-ish area-ish. That turkey might be an issue. Okay, how far is this from the tree stand? Oh, even here's fine. Okay. Wish me luck. Okay. So I haven't long left the tent. I'm going to have to drag this one quite a long way, I think, but at least we get a chance again. Oh, I started a new hunt, by the way. There she is. So, well over 100 meters away at the moment. I mean, I don't need to take her all the way to the white flag. So I might actually... Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure the reeds aren't in the way. Where's my tent? Over there. See, this is quite... See, that's the problem. It's quite a long way. I think my tree stands in that tree, maybe? I mean, considering I can't see the tree stand from here, I probably won't be able to see the coyote from the tree stand, so I think I will bring her over. Oh. She moving away. No shit, she's coming this way. Okay. I can hear something else moving now. Another coyote, I guess. Yeah, it is. I think I just heard the meow of a bobcat as well. Meow. Over there-ish. Oh yeah, I can see there's at least two where I last called. And of course the biggest elk that's ever existed. The highest scoring elk ever has just called from over there. Right. I can see them. Okay, time to fast travel. Where have they gone? I mean, unless fast travelling spooks them, but I wouldn't have thought so. That's definitely within render range. What's it, 330? Yeah. Ah! Okay, which one's a female? You a female? Yes. What about the other one? Which has gone where? There. You're closer, so you might do... Yeah, okay. Does need to be 100% harvest value though. Oh my god, can you stop? God's sake, I just used up my fucking fast travel. So I can't do that again. Why didn't they come to the third call? Moan. It's the next day and I've refined the plan slightly. So the first thing I'm going to be changing is the position of this setup. I'm actually going to move it slightly further round the lake here so that I am about 160 to 170-ish meters away from where I've been calling the coyotes over to. That's the first change. That will not only make the shot easier because I'm slightly closer, but it'll also mean that if I fast travel to the stand, like I was doing yesterday, if I fast travel to the stand and then the coyotes don't go to where I called, being that much closer will make it slightly easier as well for me to go back and forth walking in order to try and get them to go to where I want them to be. The second change I'm going to make is that instead of using this tree stand over here, I'm actually going to use a tripod stand. And this is why. Wobble reduction. The tree stand reduces wobble of the weapon by 30% and the tripod stand reduces it by 80%. So I'm going to go to the tripod stand. Now, it does take more space in the inventory, so I've had to compromise a little bit on what I'm carrying. I mean, it's not going to matter too much. Let's pick this up and head round. And the third change, I'm going to pick up the flag. This isn't the third change, but I'm going to get rid of it. So the fact that I'm using that ground blind as a place to hide, or at least that was the plan, and then I never actually did it because I'm a dumbass. But the idea is that I was supposed to be hiding in the ground blind after making the call just to see if anyone was coming. See, now I'm a little bit too close, maybe? Yeah, so I'm going to want the ground blind... no, I'm going to want the tripod stand around about here. Okay. So let's put this back here under the trees. Really? I can't... I can put it on a wonky slope, but not on the bit of flat ground, really. Okay. Whatever. Alright, so I'm going to pick up the flag because the ground blind sort of points out where I need to be looking just as good as the flag does. But I am also actually going to get out the decoy, the spinny. I said yesterday I think it would actually make them flee. I'm pretty sure they stand there looking at it for a bit and then they realise it's man-made and they run away. But it's possible that I'm wrong and they actually don't. That they stand there and look at it and then they just walk off when they're bored. So I am actually going to replace that flag with a spinny, is the idea. So that's the refined plan. I will see you when it actually bears some fruit. Or at least bears some fruit to show you. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, this is like the 5th or 6th hunt now since the last time I saw you. Counting that one though, but still. And yeah, no luck with coyotes. It amazes me how obvious the algorithm is. So I think it relies on things like which callers you have in your slots and what kind of equipment you've placed down and are near and how many times you use the callers. I think it's sort of that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, this is the last attempt now because it's getting late and I need to start editing. Squeal. So those first 2 hunts, I managed to get one coyote down from over here near this setup down to here, and I can't remember what happened now, but I messed it up or I missed it or something. I can't remember now. But then the second hunt I came down from here and there was a coyote call from over here, and I tried to drag it down, and another one came from this direction, and I then tried to drag them both down to here, and the first coyote went to the first call, the first and second coyotes went to the second call, and then they got bored and walked away, and they didn't come to the third call over here. And because I was in a tree stand with the 30% weapon stability, I couldn't get a shot on them. I didn't even pull the trigger. And since then, I haven't come across any coyotes at all. Now, the shoreline around this lake, oh yeah, there are turkeys, dozens of turkeys, whitetail, blacktail, and elk have all been either walking on the shore or have been close by enough to have been lured over. Sometimes they've even just walked past this ground blind. And I've bowed them, and I've been bowing them specifically to try and confuse their algorithm. And what that seems to have done is, like this hunt now, this last hunt, there's only been turkeys. Oh, and there was a doe all the way over here that I could see from the ground blind, and then that's it. So I've bowed a couple of elk bulls, and I have bowed a buck or two and a doe that was in a herd that was coming past. And now that the game has the game has figured out, well, just hunt anything that's going past, so it stopped all the animals from coming past. It's literally moved them away. And now, yeah, the turkeys are the only thing, other than that one doe a mile away, the only thing I've encountered on this hunt. The first hunt, after I refined the plan and I moved the tent over here-ish or wherever it is, along with the tree stand, there's the tent. So that hunt, there was loads of stuff all along this beach. There was turkey and like a herd of elk, and I think a couple of bucks were nearby. It's just every time I kill stuff, those things that I have tried to kill have been moved away from the lake. It's amazing. It really is. Anyway, so that call up there is the last attempt now. So I'm going to wait to see if anything calls from that spot where the red dot is. There's the doe. Yeah. So this is going to be a failed mission. Is that you? Yeah. Yeah, elk bulls. Just going back to the algorithm, learning what it is that you are doing. I think every hunt I was hearing elk bulls call. I think once from that direction, but mostly they've been sort of in an arc around me here, sort of around this area. And then I managed to bow a couple. Actually, it was the ones that came from that direction that I actually bothered to try, because they were close. So I lured them over to about there, and I bowed them both. Luckily, the one came... Oh, no, sorry. There were two bulls, but the one came from that way and ignored the first call. It just so happened that it was walking through the trees there, and then came to the second call that I made over there, that I made in order to lure the second elk over. So, yeah, the first one came from there, and I bowed it there. Anyway, the second one went, for some reason, right to the shoreline, and then I bowed it down there, and luckily I was able to do them both without spooking anything. And then since that hunt, I've heard no elk at all. And yet, until then, there was elk in every hunt. It's magic. And like I've said in other videos, I'm supposed to believe it's coincidence. Moan. Well, if they are coyotes up there, they haven't made a call. Yeah, okay, I'm calling it. That'll be the end of the video. I'm gonna go pick up all this mess now, that spinner and the stuff I deployed over there, and yeah, call it the end. So that's mission failed. Right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you got some enjoyment out of it, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. So thank you again, and goodbye.